Hello again, and welcome to Dr. David Bug Has Fun with Statistics. For this lesson, we're going to look at an example of a two-way chi-square statistic, and how do we interpret that. You will need the chi-square and research PowerPoint from Moodle, and if you want to take a look at that as we go through this and follow along, we'll go and understand better what a two-way chi-square is all about. So in our example that we have, we're looking at some research that was conducted that examined self-employed Hispanic persons by gender and the type of businesses that they run. So the researcher is attempting to determine if gender affects the type of business self-employed individuals start in the Hispanic community. And they took a sample of 7,760 Hispanic self-employed persons. So in this research, we're going to take this sample and divide it into two groups, a male group and a female group, to examine the effect of gender, our independent variable, on our dependent variable type of employment for the business sector. So as you can see on the next slide, self-employed Hispanic persons by gender, we have 64% of our population are male and 36% of our business owners are female. And then if we go to the final slide, you can see the cross-tabulation table where the data is presented. Now, you may remember cross-tabulations from Section 2 material, and so you may want to take a moment and look at those notes and sort of refresh your memory on cross-tabulations, their definition, and some of the other information we discussed there. Hold on, I'll wait. Oh, and we're back. You see, so in our table, you can see there on the left-hand side in the left column, we have our variable. Our dependent variable is occupation, and we have the categories managerial, sales, service, farming, skilled craft, and labor. And then we have in the next two columns our categories of the independent variable: self-employed men and self-employed women. And there you can see in those columns the respective percentages of men and women in each category for the dependent variable. So for example, we can see that 19% of men are self-employed in some sort of managerial type business, compared to women that make up 14.7% of managerial occupations. As you go down through the rows, you can see the corresponding percentages for men and women for those categories as well. At the bottom of the table, you'll notice the key for the asterisks for statistical significance. You'll notice that these individual rows, these categories of the dependent variable, are not labeled as statistically significant individually, but rather in the bottom right-hand corner of the table, you'll see the Greek symbol for chi, and you'll see that it's chi-squared, and there is the chi-square value. And the asterisks correspond to the appropriate statistical significance levels. In this key, this example uses different alpha levels from the ones that we've been using so far in class. The alpha levels are as follows. Our lowest alpha level is 0.10, suggesting a 10% chance of sampling error or type 1 error. Our second asterisk is alpha level 0.05 with a 5% chance of sampling error. And finally, alpha level 0.01, a 1% chance of sampling error. In a moment, you should turn to the PowerPoint for interpreting a cross-tabulation table and chi-square. This ends this lesson on chi-square tests and non-parametric tests of statistical significance. This again has been Dr. David Bug for Fun with Statistics. Until next time, goodbye.